drawing process, especially drawing rather than painting, is interesting in that it allows me to use very poor, let's say poor or very common materials to express myself and play around a bit with collages, play around a bit with stenciling and this sort of stuff. And there's also a very important quality to drawing, which is that it is very close to writing. So it's very close to your hand putting down ideas directly on paper. So it's very close to writing, but then again it's more visual than text itself, than literature. Coming back from my studies, I started working with a newspaper, and that had a very strong impact on my work, especially my photographic work, as it started being more on the documentative side, more on the social aspect, and more on the current issues kind of thing. So I have these two parts, these two activities which are very distinct, which I keep very distinct: my drawings and my paintings, and then my photography. On the other hand, there's also the teaching part. And the teaching part, when you're teaching, especially in fine arts, it's tricky in that you don't want to influence your students too much, but you want to stimulate them or to motivate them, and that's extremely interesting, especially when you have a group of 20 different people, 20 different minds, 20 different creative people at work. How do I seek inspiration? In what do I find inspiration? What pushes me to work in either drawing or photography? If I have to focus on my photography, what pushes me is very simple. It's the stories of the people, very often the people who have no voice in society, people like transsexuals, people like boxers who are also in a way on the margins of society, and these kind of people. When it comes to drawing, my drawing techniques is more my approach to drawing or the creative process is more inward looking. As in, I start by doing very small sketches. I carry a very small sketchbook, and then I develop on that. And teaching is a totally different experience. Teaching, although I do use particular techniques like, I don't know, automatic drawings or studies from observations, which is a traditional, very classical school of art, you know. But teaching is a different matter altogether. In drawings wise and on the creative side, people very often ask me, why do you keep on drawing, why do you keep on painting when you have so many things going on in your life? Painting and drawing, when they apply to life, especially, as I said before, it's an inward-looking exercise. It's an inward-looking exercise, but then again, you need to communicate with other people. I try to do that by through regular publications, through regular exhibitions. I work with others, and I also refer to works from other people, including works by my students, works I see in other exhibitions, and that I think that it's extremely important because it keeps me alive and that I'm a member of a wider society. And I hope my works reflect what my society is going through, reflect the preoccupations of contemporary Maltese society. And that is what pushes me to work and work and work.
Drama for me is life. Without drama, I'm not myself. I'm somebody else. Drama for me is a personal, is a really, strictly speaking, very intimate experience. What I am trying to say is that even when I start writing an idea, developing an idea, which I do by writing, I tend to look at the world, look for something which is real. It can be anything. Sometimes even an insignificant episode can be transformed into an idea. Even a chat with friends, even an accident as you go along the road. It can be anything. Anything can spark an idea. But there are two important things when setting yourself to write something concrete. One is to focus on your main plot, on your main idea, on your main subjects. It can be one, it can be two, but no more. The other is concentrating on adding spice to the idea, adding innovation to the idea, adding another subplots which complement the idea and which finally gets going together, which it has to start simultaneously with the main plot and end in an excellent manner, in a manner which makes sense. They have to be connected. Overall, it's all a whole pack. It involves imagination, ideas, role-playing, a good story. Anything can help. But most important, all these features alone doesn't make sense. The whole idea is that you project this idea into something real, which many people preferably accepts and applauds and laughs or cries. I mean, that's the whole point. But most important of all these things which I mentioned before make only sense if they are all together. Because drama for me is something not something singular, but it's something more. It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork activity. It's a socializing activity, and it's a very good exercise for personality development. As for me, I learned a lot from it. I hope others do so. Maybe, who knows? From all the actors I knew, I am sure many will make the grade.
Being a creator of any piece of work is hard. People are influenced with all the things that happen around them. For example, as a musician, every noise I hear attracts my attention, like sea waves, wind, breaking of glass, etc. My inspiration comes when hearing a good particular voice, or when browsing for a different sound on the computer. For example, listen to this. It takes me to another world. I forget where I am. My mind goes elsewhere. A peaceful place where freedom reigns, and whatever you feel like doing it. The more you manage to drift away from reality, the more power you have to write music for people to enjoy.